actually never thought this day would come. I just thought that, I don't know what I thought. Like, I was like, she's just going to keep giving us the same old, and I'm going to have to abandon my favorite brand. Now, this could have just went either way. When I saw this hot pink packaging, I was like, oh, it's real pink. It's real pink. But we've all seen the inside, and we know that she did not disappoint us. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, this is Ashley. Welcome on back to my channel. So as you can see, I am really excited. We are talking about Pat McGrath, and we are talking about this beautiful baby right here. This is MTHRSHP Mega Celestial Nirvana. Look, I'm so excited. I got the palette upside down, but what else is new? You've been here before, you know, and if you have never been here before, welcome. And yeah, filming is an adventure around here, okay? But before I get too carried away, let me go ahead and introduce myself. So if you have never been here before, welcome. If you're an oldie but goodie, welcome on back. My name is Ashley. I have a doctorate in pharmacy, and I love makeup, okay? Eyeshadow is really my jam, but please just call me Ash or Ashley. And around here, I love some Pat McGrath, okay? I love me some Patricia. I love some Pat McGrath. And, you know, she's my favorite brand, okay? My very first video on my channel was with Pat McGrath. And I'm just very over the moon because I'm like, finally, we have some color. We have some bold and different mattes that we have been looking for. And I also have on my Babyface t-shirt, you know. I know you guys didn't come here to hear me talk about Babyface, but he's my favorite artist, okay? You know, he has written like the whole soundtrack to my life, you know. He got the whip appeal. He's written Brandy, Sitting Up in My Room, Bobby Brown, every little step I take. Like I said, y'all didn't come to hear me talk about Babyface. We are talking about Celestial Nirvana, okay? So, Celestial Nirvana actually released last week on the Pat McGrath website. It is not yet till Sephora, so let me give you some important dates. Actually, this release was like a whole collection, okay? So we have the whole holiday collection. She has kind of rolled it out in parts. I'm actually okay with that, okay? And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But we have the beautiful MTHRSHP Mega. We are not new to MTHRSHP Megas at this point. This is our third one. And when we opened it up, I was like, yes, thank God I fell out with Mint. So this is the gorgeous palette, okay? She is heavy. She is feeling substantial. Of course, we have a mirror right here, and we also have the ribbons that help open inside. This palette does actually retail for $82. This palette is actually a little bit more expensive than the last two MTHRSHP Megas. The first one started off at $75. That was in 2020. Then we also had one in 2021 for holiday. That I want to say was like around $78. This is $82. Inflation. It's real. It is a real thing, okay? And every country is struggling with it, okay? And I know that it is a big deal in London, even though a lot of her things are out of New York, but materials just cost more, okay? So as I just mentioned, it was a whole collection, of course, because, you know, Mama Pat, she's going to bring us a whole collection. So the main feature is, of course, the palette with all new 18 shades in different formulas, which I'll talk about in just a second. And it actually released to her website on September 23rd. Along with the palette, you could actually purchase the mascaras. She gave us colorful mascaras, y'all. Now, I was very interested in the blue mascara, but in my soul, I just could not pay $30 for a blue mascara when I love my NYX mascara that probably cost me like $6 to $7. The other shades were like a pink and a turquoise, and I was just like, I'm not going to use those. So those two items actually released together. Then she had some blush palettes. I think they are very beautiful. I think they're a good bang for your buck. But I'm not going to pick them up. They do have a couple of new shades in them, but I feel like the other shades are just too light, and I have plenty of blushes from Mama Pat. So I'm very happy with my collection with that. And then, of course, we also have lip products and a single highlighter, but the collection kind of released in pieces. And then, like I said, we do also have some actually 5 pan eyeshadow pans, and one is a more bronzy and the other one's more cool tone. One is a little bit more pink again, so I just can't in my soul purchase it. I think that will actually be live tomorrow, which will be October 2nd. Hopefully this video will be up October 2nd. And the shipping, when I received it from Pat McGrath, was very quick. Now, from Sephora, this palette will not be available on Sephora, and this is actually Sephora online until the 7th of October, so that is a week from now. I do not know when it's actually going to be available inside the store. So as I mentioned before, we have 18 new beautiful shades. When you look at the palette, you do have like a small little sticker here that does have her standard embossing. The palette does feel weighted and it's pretty thick, kind of like the one that we had last year. I'm gonna pull it up. The one from last year is heavier because there is another component. This palette is actually just a little bit, I want to say, taller than the one from last year, but still pretty much the same format, except for we don't have like the wasted space that we did in the palette from last year. We also have a sticker on the back. My sticker is straight-ish. I feel like that could be better, okay? And then you have a mirror. You also have the ribbons on the side that I just discussed. Now, noticeably, what I did notice is that we are back to the cardboard. Now, we did have cardboard for the first Mothership Mega. This one is a more glossy cardboard. I feel like that gives it a little bit more luxe. And last year we did have the lacquer, but I'm assuming we couldn't do the lacquer because of the inflation. And this one is pretty heavy, you know what I mean, because of the lacquer and it being a heavier palette. So 18 beautiful shades, and let me tell you, you know, if you have been here and you have watched any of the videos from me, you know I have been waiting for some blue and some purple and some green and a navy blue matte. Okay, matter of fact, cue up old Ashleigh, cue up Ashleigh from the past. Since Mother hasn't given us a blue-green palette, I guess I just gotta take matters into my own hands. Y'all know I love some green eyeshadow. Y'all know I love some blue eyeshadow. And you know I have been talking and asking and talking about on my channel that I am ready for a blue-green Mothership. We can even have a pop of purple in there. And let me tell you, if there's any gold, I wanted to have the strongest green shift. So I am ready. I've been ranting and raving and asking and creating my own blue-green Pat McGrath Mothership. So now I've proven my point. You see the old clips. I have put together Motherships where I'm dreaming of blue-green Motherships. I've been asking for purple. I've been asking for navy blue. So I am excited, okay? I saw this and I was just like, yes. This is what I needed because I was happy. When I look at this, I think happy, okay? Now, when I first started playing with this, and you'll see this later on in the demo, I was like, ooh, I don't know. But some of that is just my own, in my mind, in my head type of deal. And I'll talk about that later on when we do the looks. But beautiful color combinations. Now, she actually divided this into 3 separate stories. So if you look at it, we have our warm story. And then we also have more of our cool tone and the berry tones. And they have more proper names, but you know it's Pat McGrath, okay? And then you also have our cool tone. So there's 3 different visible 6 pans in here, which does make it nice. Because, you know, if you're not a person where you can figure out what to put with what, then it's like, okay, you could just follow right here, or you could be adventurous like me and I like to jump between, but then that's when it got a little problematic for me. On the back, as far as the shade names are inverted, okay? I can't stand that, but it is what it is, okay? So we also, like I said, we had the Mothership from last year. We're just going to go ahead and take a peek at it. This is Celestial Odyssey. Like I mentioned before, we have the mirror, we have the ribbons, we have more wasted space in the middle, set up a little bit differently. And here we do have the hard lacquer. Before we also had the cardboard. This is the original Mothership Mega. This is Celestial Divinity. And I need to pull these out and I haven't used them. That's just because I have a lot of makeup. I love these, but this is Celestial Divinity right here. So yes, really thrilled about it and have lots. I feel like, you know, with this you have a lot of different options. Now also, because I'm such a Pat McGrath fan, when I saw the names Nirvana, I immediately thought about this little bad boy right here, which is from the holiday of, I want to say, 2019. And this is a Blitz Astro quad called Nocturnal Nirvana, okay? And so we know this is the only quad floating around where we're getting some fun and exciting colors. And this is the color story for Nirvana. So, hence some of the inspiration, you know, it's like, okay. You know, Nirvana, she's like the child that's kind of out there. We like her because, I mean, ever since like 2017, no, really, what is it, 2019-ish, like, we have just been in a divine rose chokehold, okay? Like, like, she has not been able to let it go, okay? And I just needed her to let it go, okay? I'm like, I am such a fan, but I just can't justify all of these pinks and bronzes in my collection at this price point. So let's see, a few more things about the palette, okay? Of course, once we open it, it's good for 18 months. If you keep your makeup in a cool and dry area, it will be okay, okay? Like I said, I've had my Pat McGrath collection since she started her brand at the end of 2017. Everything is working just fine, okay? This is also considered to be an artistry palette. The total weight of this palette is 22.7 grams, or we're talking about 0.80 ounces, okay? It is distributed by Pat McGrath Cosmetics in New York, and then it's also out of Managed Belgium and London, okay? The palette is made in Italy, so you know the formulas that are usually made in Italy are top tier. And let's see, I don't think I have anything else to say. Okay, I'll probably think of something when I'm editing the video, but I think I have talked enough at this point. Let's go ahead, let's jump into the looks. I have 3 looks for you per usual, okay? We had a little snafu with one of the looks, you'll see, because I don't ever edit those out. We're going to talk about my thoughts along the way. We're going to wrap up with some final thoughts. I also pull out some of my other palettes to just kind of say like, oh, this and this would be cute together. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started. Nothing has changed over here. Once again, my eyebrows filled in using my Goof Proof pencil, shade 3.75. I also have on my favorite eye primer, which is the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Caffeine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I don't know where to get started. I'm like a kid in the candy store with these mattes. So let's just see how this goes, okay? Okay, so I don't know if I'm liking my look, and it's not the shadow performance. It's just my color selection, because maybe I'm just doing too much. So I'm gonna wipe this off and I'm gonna try it again, okay? But so far the shadows are building up nice, they're blending out nice. So that is a positive, but I'm just not feeling it, okay? And I wanna like it. All right, we're gonna try this again. Start off on the side again. All right, I'm gonna go back in the same with the back. I'm gonna go back in with the same shade. That's what I'm trying to say, which was Flame Fatale. So let's see, we're gonna get it together. am back. Here are the first two looks. Gorgeous. Very simple. Gorgeous. Okay. Now, I haven't filmed in a while, and a lot of times when I have these palettes, I'm trying to show you different color combinations. I'm trying to use majority of the shades, and I just want to skip around and show all the different possibilities. And sometimes that can go left, as what you saw with the first look when I was trying to use this hot corally orange, which is called, let's see, it's called Flame Fatale with Nocturnal Navy. So I put the navy there, and I just wasn't feeling it, okay? I was not feeling it. But I like this eye. It's giving sunset. It's giving autumn goodness. And same with this one. This one's kind of giving holiday Christmas vibes, but still fall. It's very pretty. It's very elegant. This tone of green is really nice. And I really appreciate how we have the shade Nightfall, which is this one right here, this nice brown, because a lot of times Pat doesn't just give us a nice just regular brown, but you can go in and deepen up a few of the shades. Like I was able to deepen up the green. I was able to deepen up, we have that Auburn Allure, which is right here. Beautiful shade. So definitely I played with the more warmer side of the palette here. Tried to incorporate the navy. It just didn't work, okay? But when I settled down, I was just like, okay, I guess I'm just going to stick in this little round right here. Got some very pretty colors. Now, this copper right here is really pretty as well. Very nice finish to it. And the same with this golden shade called Desert Divinity right here. But this is a shade that has a little bit more stickier formula. Definitely going to kind of have to warm it up on your fingers a little bit. And we use a stiffer brush, because when I went in with this brush right here, I think this is just an older, it's a Sonia Kashuk brush that I've had forever. And it just didn't give the intensity that I wanted. And then with the copper shade, and what is that called? It is called, it's called Starlit Copper. I just wanted to go ahead and see if I could just like build it up and get a little bit more pop out of it. And I was able to using my Mayron mixing medium. And you all know Pat McGRATH, she uses Mayron all the time in all her looks. Now this eye is beautiful. Now you probably saw me have a problem right here. Now this, I thought it would be like a standalone shade. That's probably my fault, because I don't usually swatch these prior. So that's Bronze Infatuation, and really beautiful shade. Now it can be, I feel like it's more topperish. You know, I didn't feel like I was going to get the standalone shade that I wanted. But when I layered it over this gold right here, which is a little bit more antique gold, this is called Glitty Opulence. I got the payoff that I wanted with the extra sparkle, just layering the two over. I'm really pleased. I think the green stayed really well. I didn't have to go back in and keep building it up, building it up. As you see, I was able to put it on my brush, and it just stood there by itself. Just went in just one time just to kind of deepen it up where I lost some from manipulating it by putting that gold down. Really beautiful. Also, you know, the taupey shade right here, really pretty as well. This is the shade oh boy, you know, Desert Divinity. I think I call Desert Divinity this, but this is actually Heavenly Bronze. When the names are inverted, it's a lot for me, okay? So overall, I feel like the looks came out gorgeous. For my face details, I used all Pat McGrath products, okay? Of course, full face of Pat McGrath, except for the brows, because, you know, she hasn't given us brows yet. And let's see. So I wear the Pat McGrath foundation shade in shade 22. Of course, I went in with her primer first. Love this foundation. If you guys haven't been here before, this is my second bottle of this foundation, okay? And then I took my Mented Cosmetics bronzer. This is the shade in Vacay, to go ahead and just give my face some definition. Look, we're getting more and more pan here. And then since these eyes are kind of neutral, I went in with my, let's see, this is the blush in Paradise Glow. This is one of the newer blushes that came out with the duos. And then I went ahead and took my highlighter in Golden Nectar. She's still hanging on. Y'all know I have dropped her, tried to repress her. This is how we're going to hold her because, you know, it'd be a lot. And then I also used, I didn't have a brown lip liner by Pat McGrath, but I went in with my Cola lip liner, which is a great dupe for like MAC Chestnut, and then went in with this gloss. This is Flesh 4 Lust Gloss by Pat McGrath. Absolutely a beautiful brown. Went in with some Kiss Ritzy lashes for the eyes. And then on my waterline, I went in with my Black Coffee eyeliner by Pat McGrath. Beautiful, beautiful black. My Dark Star mascara, which not sure what's happening here. The, you know, that's okay. VIB is coming up soon. I'll get a new one. It's time to switch them out. I only buy mini mascaras now because, yeah, they cost a lot. And I have a lot of eye allergies, so it just works out better. But let me stop talking. Let's wrap into look number 3. Definitely going to play with the purples and navies. Y'all know I love a good navy blue matte. It's calling my name.
Jag minns ju den tid du gav mig life billar, yo. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna ge förut. Det finns ju ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för det, baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha dig. Du får mig känna safety. Jag kan nog leda, baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig, aldrig, aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig, aldrig, aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Varje gång jag bak på dig, jag tänker åh vilket kap jag har gjort. Jag skulle gå tillbaks i tid, göra om allt igen och förstå. Ser det som ett allt, det är dig jag vill wifa. De här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha dig. Du får mig känna safety. Jag kan nog leda, baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig, aldrig, aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Aldrig, aldrig, aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än dig. Jag vet det bara life om igen och jag vet det bara ta sin tid. Jag vet det bara life om igen och stay with me please. Jag vet det bara life om igen och jag vet det bara ta sin tid. Jag vet det bara life om igen och stay with me please.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, I'm in love. Look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. This is like what I've been waiting for when it comes to Pat McGrath giving us color. And oddly enough, it really goes with my shirt really well. I didn't plan that. I was just like, what am I gonna put on? You know what I mean? So I love this look. The purples, the blues, the pink. I was happy for the pink because that pink is a nice blend out shade. So when I say the pink, I mean this shade right here. This little middle section is just a gem. I love this section too, but oh my goodness, the purple was easy to blend out, and you could definitely see the difference between these two purples. The navy blue, this blue right here is gorgeous. Silent Sleeper, this shade, it blends into this one so nice, and I think that if I did a combo with this and this all over the lid, it would be wonderful. So I am just really excited, and I put this shade right here. Now this one has a little bit more slip to it, so let's see, let me get this right. So this should be Eternal Amour, yes. Because this should be Fabulosity, yes. So it's a really pretty rose gold. You know, it has nice amount of slip to it. So, but over in the inner corner, just meshing with these shades, it just went over so well. I am really thrilled about this look. This is what I have been waiting for. when it comes to Pat McGrath, I can't believe, you know, I got something that's colorful. You know, it takes a lot to kind of get something that's colorful out of Pat McGrath. You kind of have to reach and dip and try again. But I just love this. This is beautiful. I did not have any trouble with the mattes. So nice. Really, really nice. Now for my lip, I changed it up because the brown just didn't go as well. So I went in with a Divinyl, one of my favorite formulas by Pat McGrath, because they're so glossy, but you get a lot of pigmentation of a lipstick and they don't move everywhere. So this is the shade Bella Amour. And then I popped in just a tiny bit of my lip liner from Urban Decay. This is the lip liner Pandemonium. This color is just like a straight up purple, as you can see, just straight up purple. So just to give my lips a little bit of definition, I didn't want to go too berry and I didn't want it to be too pink with my eyes. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy. So I feel like this palette is really beautiful. Like, this has been what I've been waiting for. I feel like it can be a little intimidating though, and it can feel like, what am I gonna do with all the colors in there? And especially because I got overwhelmed with wanting to show you guys all the shades and getting different color combinations and showing how you could just like bounce in between the shades. That might not be the best method for this palette, especially with some of the warmer shades. I can kind of go in and figure that out. I think that definitely some of the warmer shades will play okay with the cooler, but I just don't know about these, except for this one with, you know, the navy blues. That'll definitely work. But this is just a gorgeous story. I just love it. I'm really thrilled so far. This look, it's doing something for me. Now, I also feel like this palette is going to be a great companion palette, okay? I feel like it's going to be a great companion palette for a lot of these shades that are already existing in our Pat McGrath palette. Okay, so let's talk about like Utopian Dream. You know, you got the navies and the purples and a green for Utopian Dream. So let me see, let me grab her. Here's Utopian Dream. I feel like, you know, we felt bamboozled. We were like, wait, what is happening? This is Divine Rose, like 3.0, you know. But, I mean, imagine like the navy matte with this shade. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, some of those purples with these special shades. I feel like that is going to be just magical. Oh, or even this blue. Okay, I'm not going to put it over the look because I definitely was. But let me let's see. So we have the blue right here. And that's pretty. And then I'm going to jump in with the shade on the end from Utopian Dream. Basically like the star of the show. Okay, really pretty. But I think definitely, let me get a little Mayron on my hand. Because that shade, it needs a little something to stick. Just sprayed my finger with some Mayron. I think those two together, oh my goodness, would be like just magic. Jump a little bit more. Yeah, now you can really see it. That's going to be like just bomb. Put that navy blue matte in a corner. Of course, let's see. We also have, what else am I thinking about? For sure, like the navy with Gigabyte. Okay, I don't know why it took me so long to figure out this is the palette I was looking for. But I feel like these purples and the navy with the shade Gigabyte is going to be cute. And there's a lot of pretty shades in here. Like, you know, we got Night Creature. Like, so, you know, what else? Blue, this amethyst shade. So, you know, putting that navy blue matte up against Gigabyte, I think it's going to be really, really pretty as well. Let's see. So we're going to go in with, what is this called? This is called Nocturnal Navy. Boom, right there. And then, so, oh my gosh, up against this, it's going to be pretty as well. But let's see. I'm going to do one more pass again. Taking our shade Gigabyte, love some Gigabyte, you know, baby. Like this right here is it's a vibe, you know. I feel like, you know, Celestial Nirvana is kind of rounding out our collection, just giving us those little extra punches that we've really been asking for. So even if you can't see a look within that palette, you're just going to get a lot of just great combinations. Let's see. We also have, I think this is Blitz Amethyst or something like that. I think it's going to look really pretty with, you know, this shade on my eyes. But here's Blitz Amethyst. Pop that there. That's a pretty dope, you know, color scheme right there. You know, just these three, oh, well, technically four. And I'll do like one pass of that special shade. I'll put it there in the middle. You know, that's a beautiful kind of setup. So I feel like, you know, we've been looking for it. The last time I just really remember just seeing a heavy purple matte would be from like La Vie en Rose, which was definitely one of her more colorful 6 pans. So, you know, I really appreciate the cool tone portion of it too. I think that this green is really, really pretty. It, you know, I feel like it's also going to look great on a multiple, you know, skin complexions, people who are deeper, lighter. That green is going to be nice. You could also deepen it up by adding this in. We got plenty of blacks floating around in our collection. So that green and that black together would be very magical. It's also, I feel like even if you put that green with, you know, from Mothership 10 with our VR, you know, we got Mothership 10 here that just came out. I still need my Mothership 10 shirt. I still got some complaints, okay? I'm like, where is the Nelia mama, okay? She had them expensive old scarves from last year, but look. So, that green, let's see. We have our green. I'll put it here. Go in with like this blue-brown shade right here. This is Sex something, I don't know, child. These names, it's a lot. But look at those two together. What? Oh my gosh. Shut up. Are you kidding me? Look. Oh my gosh. This is a video. I'm doing a video on like all these different combinations. I'm just going to do. I'm excited. Yes. So, like, use it like. Yes. So I just kind of feel like she gave us the mattes that we really been needing to round out our collection. And I'm glad she listened because, honey, I just couldn't take another pink. Nothing in my heart. Nothing. So I don't even know if I'm picking up the 5 pans. Like, I really don't know. But this is gorgeous. I can't wait to play some more in it. I'm definitely going to come back, just do what I just said about just playing with these different shades, different color combos, because I think it's going to be so dope. It's going to get you some more wear out of your palettes, because we need that. They cost a pretty penny, okay? So, I mean, of course, we could have always added in other mattes, but it's just nice to have them in formulas and from a brand you love, you know what I mean? You don't want to feel like you're getting the same old from one of your favorite brands, you know? So, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my favorite look. That's all I got to say. Favorite look. Let me know down below in the comments. Did you pick this palette up? What do you think about the palette? I'm really happy about it. So at first I was happy. Then I was just like nervous and frantic and excited. I think I worked myself up and I just couldn't get my look to come together with the first look I tried on the side. But that happens. It's a part of the creative process. You guys have seen me take a look off before. But let me know down below in the comments. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you know when I come out with another video, which will be soon. We're going to work on this content. We're going to get it back together. I'm still busy as crap, but some things are shifting back because they're seasonal and, you know, but I miss y'all. Anywho, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here in my little makeup family. We're so close to 5,000. Can we do it before the end of the year, please? And I said subscribe already. But look, they ain't even fell some more on. I'm like, what? And with all of that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for the chat dance, chat dance. Hey, 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 chat dance. Chat dance. Hey. All right, y'all. Bye.